Good morning, dear students. In this video, we will discuss rules for arithmetic operations with significant figures. Yes, the rules which we apply in arithmetic operations with significant figures. So, arithmetic operations means we have four operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So, here we have two rules. One is for multiplication and division, and another rule is for addition and subtraction. Yeah, first let us see the rule for multiplication or division. For multiplication and division, we have only one rule. First, let us see what is that rule. In multiplication or division, the final result should retain as many significant figures as are there in the original number with the least significant figures. That means, suppose we have two numbers. Yeah, let us take an example for that one. Yes, mass of an object is measured 4.237 grams and volume of the object, let's say 2.51 centimeter cube. Now if we see significant figures, how many significant figures are there in this measurement? 4. How many significant figures are there in this measurement? 3. Now let us find the density. So density is equal to, what is the formula? Yeah, usually we represent with rho, that is mass by volume. Mass is how much? 4.237 by 2.51. If we do this one, if we do calculator, we will get value like this: 1.6880,478 and so on. We will get this number. But see guys, here up to fourth digit, up to fourth digit only we know here, and here up to third digit only we know. But whenever you take mass by volume, we are getting like this. So this measurement is precise to up to 0.001 grams only, and this measurement is accurate to 0.01 centimeter cube only. But when you take like this, so when you use calculator, we get like this. But is it correct to represent like this? No. That is the reason why here we are making the rule. What is that rule? In multiplication or division, the final result should retain as many significant figures as are there in the original number with the least significant figures. That means here mass is given with 4 significant figures and volume is given with 3 significant figures. So which measurement has less significant figures? So this one, right? And how many are there? 3. So the final result should be given with only 3 significant figures here. Do you understand? So here it is like this, but we have to round off to only 3 significant figures. 3 means 1, 2, 3 here only. So here we write 1.69 gram per, yeah, of course here this is gram per centimeter cube. So here also gram per centimeter cube. So this is the way we have to do. This is the way we apply this rule in multiplication or division. So the first number has 4 significant figures, the second number has 3 significant figures, but when we are taking the division of these two, so the final result, the final answer should be given with only 3 significant figures like this. One actually we are getting this number, but we have to round. I'll tell you how to round off to of course we have many numbers, right? But we are rounding off to only 3 significant figures. And if we take example for this one, now I'll tell you another example for this one. Yes, here let us take this example. Here we have rectangle which has length 13.2 centimeters and breadth has only 2.0 centimeters. Now I want to find the area. So how much do we get? L into B. So L is how much? 13.2 into 2.0. And if you do this one, we'll get 13.2 into, so we will get 26.4 centimeters square. How much do we get? 26.4 centimeters square. But according to our rule, so how many significant figures are there? 3. And here how many significant figures are there? 2. Isn't it? Yes. So, but in the answer, of course, we are getting 26.4. But the final answer should be given with least significant figures. That means in these two numbers, so which one has least significant figures? The second one, right? So how many are there? Two significant figures. So the final answer should be given with this significant number. So how many significant figures? 2. The final answer should be given with 2 significant figures. So here we will round off. When we round off, we'll get 26 centimeter square. It should not be 26.4. It should be 26 centimeter square. This is from the first rule. Hope you understood. Just now we have discussed division, but here I am taking multiplication. For multiplication or division, the same rule holds good. So what is that rule? The final answer should be given with least significant figures. That means suppose here I have 1, suppose I have, here I have 0, and let's say here this is 13.20, and let's say this is 2.00. So in this case, how many significant figures are there? 4. And here how many significant figures are there? 3. Now in this case, what happens, guys? This is the final answer, because here we have 4 significant figures, here we have 3 significant figures. So the final answer should be given with 3 significant figures. So when you multiply like this, of course, when you place 0 here, 0 here, of course you may get 0 finally here, but when you round off, when you give the final answer should be given only 26.4 centimeters square. Hope you understand this one. Now let us see the second rule. Yes, in addition or subtraction, the final result should retain as many decimal places as are there in the number with least decimal places. Now for this one, let us take example. Suppose here we have 3 measurements. The first measurement 436.32 grams. We are measuring mass of 3 objects. Next one 227.2 grams. Next one 0.301 grams. Now we want to add these three. Now finally we want to give the result. Yes, first let us see decimal places. How many decimal places in each measurement? So here how many decimal places are there? 2. And here 1. That means after point, how many digits are there? 2 digits, right? Here after point, how many digits are there? 3 digits. So here we have 3 decimal places, 1 decimal place and 2 decimal place. Now add 3. So nothing is there means here we get 1, right? As it is. And 0, here we have 0, here we have 2. So we will get 2. 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, 5. 5 plus 3, 8. We will get 8 here. Point. 7 plus 6, 13. Of course we will get 1 here. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. And 4 plus 2, 6. Yes. So we are getting 663.821. But according to rule 2, what's happening, guys? In addition or subtraction, the final result should retain as many decimal places are there in the number with least decimal places. That means the final answer should be given with least decimal places. Least decimal places means in the 3 given numbers. So which one has least decimal places? This the second number, right? And how many decimal places are there? 1 decimal place. That means the final answer should be given with least decimal places. That means 1 decimal place. But how many are there here? 3, right? That means we have to neglect these 2. So here the total value is equal to 663.8 centimeters. Grams. 663.8 grams. So this is the correct one, because in the 3 given numbers, so which one has least decimal places? The second one. And how many decimal places are there? 1. So the final answer should be given with only one decimal place. So that's why actually we are getting like this. Finally we have to convert like this, isn't it? And I'll tell you how to round off. So I'll tell you round off, but here we have to take after point how many digits we have to take. We have to take only one digit. So we are taking one digit here. Now I'll tell you one more example for this one. Yes. Suppose I have some length A is equal to 21 centimeters and some B is equal to 1.0 centimeters. 1.0 centimeters. When you add these two things, what do we get? 21 plus 1.0, isn't it? Yes. So here A plus B is equal to 21 plus 1.0. So the answer should be 22 centimeters. So 22 centimeters or 22.0 centimeters. So which one is correct? This one is correct. It is not correct because I'll tell you. So 21 centimeters means, so what is the error here? In this case, it can be written with the error, it can be written like this: 21 plus or minus 1 centimeter. And when you take B, so how do you write? 1.0 centimeters plus or minus 0.1 centimeter. That means, so in the measurement of A, what is the error, guys? 1 centimeter. In the measurement of B, what is the error? 0.1 centimeters, isn't it? So already when you have error in A is 1 centimeter, when you add A and B, what happens, guys? The error will be in the order of centimeters, right? But here the error is in the order of centimeters. Here the error is in the order of 0.1 centimeters. That means when you add these two things, the error will be in the order of 1 centimeter, right? It is not in the order of 0.1 centimeter. If we give like this, what does it mean? In this quantity, what is the error we have? 0.1 centimeter error we have here. And here we don't have any decimal places, right? That means in this case, what is the error we have? 1 centimeter. That means 22 centimeters can be written 22 plus or minus 1 centimeter. But whenever we take 22.0, it should be written like this: 22.0 plus or minus 0.1 centimeters. But clearly, which one is correct? This is correct one, right? This is the correct one, because when we have error 1 centimeter in A, isn't it? Yes. And how the error will be reduced? The error must be in the order of 1, right? But if we represent like this, the error is in the order of 0.1 centimeters. So that is the reason why. So we are not supposed to represent like this. So whenever two values are given like this, whenever we add or subtract, what happens, guys? The final answer should be given with least decimal places, not significant figures. When it comes to multiplication or division, the final answer should be given with least significant figures. But in the case of addition or subtraction, the final answer should be given with least decimal places. Yes, for this one, let us take one more example, subtraction. .307 minus 0.304. So what do we get? 3, 0, 0, 0. So how many decimal places are there? 3. And how many decimal places are there? 3. Isn't it? Yes. So here we have 3, here we have 3. But suppose now I have like this 1.0212, 0.120. Now subtraction. Let us take subtraction. How much do we get, guys? 2 minus 0 will get 2. 1 minus 0, 1. 2 minus 2, 0. 4 will get, yes, 9 will get 9, 0. But see here, how many significant figures, how many decimal places are there? 3. And here how many decimal places are there? 4. But of course, when you subtract, we are getting like this. But the answer should not be given like this. We have to convert this one to 0.901. Of course, if it is in centimeter, this must be 0.901 centimeters, because in the two numbers, so which one has least decimal places? The second number, right? The second number has only 3 decimal places, so the final answer should be given with 3 decimal places. Remember, in addition or subtraction, we don't see significant figures, we check only decimal places. Yeah, this is about the 2 rules of arithmetic operation with significant figures. Rounding of the uncertain digit. Now let us see how we round off a given number. Suppose I have a number 2.746. Now let us rounding off to 3 significant figures. Yes, this is the number we have. Total how many significant figures are there? We have total 4 significant figures in this number, but we want to convert this value into 3 significant figures. That means we are rounding off. This one. So in order to round off this the third digit, we have to check the fourth digit. If it is more than 5, directly we add 1 to the third digit, whatever may be the value here, whether it is 4 or 5 or anything. So whenever we round off this value, we check the other one. Whenever we check the third digit, we check the fourth digit, whether it is more than 5 or less than 5. So clearly more than 5 is there, right? So whenever it is more than 5, directly we add 1 to this number, 1 to this digit. Then it becomes 2.75. That means, so if we have a number like this, if we round off to 3 significant figures, so this number will be converted to like this, 2.75. Now let us take one more example. I have this number 2.744. Now again I want to round off to this number to 3 significant figures. That means we want to round off this one, right? So again we check this one, the fourth one. We check whether it is more than 5 or less than 5. If it is more than 5, we add 1 to this one, we write like this. If the fourth digit is less than 5, directly we neglect this one and we write as it is the same value. That means, so in this case, what do we get? 2.74. Just we omit the fourth digit. If the fourth digit is less than 5, directly we omit that number. So we write the remaining value 2.74. We write like this. So here 6 is more than 5, whether it is 6, 7, 8 or 9, whatever may be. So we have to write 2.75. And if it is 2.744, whether this digit may be 4, maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 1. For all the value, from 1 to 4 numbers, if we have here, so directly we can omit the number. We write the remaining 3 digits like this, 2.74. Now let us take, here the two cases. Here this case is whenever the fourth digit is more than 5. This case is for whenever the fourth digit is less than 5. Now let us see what happens when the fourth digit is exactly 5. 2.745. Now we want to round off. If the fourth digit is exactly 5, now we check the third digit, whether it is even or odd. If it is even, directly we can omit the 5. Directly we omit the fourth digit, that is 5. We write 2.74. Now I'll tell you another example for this one. 2.755. Yes, again we want to round off this number to 3 significant figures. So we check the fourth digit. The fourth digit is exactly 5, right? Now we check the third digit, whether it is even or odd. If it is odd, we have to add 1. If it is even, again what do? We omit the fourth digit. but here clearly it is odd, right? So what do we write? We have to add 1 to this third digit, 2.7, 2.76, and I'll tell you another example, 2.735. Again, now we want to round off this number to three significant figures. What do we do, guys? Here we want to round off, so we check the fourth digit, whether it is more than 5 or less than 5 or exactly 5. So it is again exactly 5, right? So if it is exactly 5, what do? We check the third digit, whether it is even or odd. So clearly 3 is even number, right? Sorry, odd number, right? So we have to add 1 to the 3. Then what do we get? 2.74. Now 2.765. Yeah, for 5 only we are taking. Yeah, for 6 or for greater than 5, this one example is enough. Whether the fourth digit is 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, for all the values, what happens? We have to add 1 here. We will get 2.75. And if the fourth digit is less than 5, so this number may be 4, maybe 3, maybe 2, maybe 1. Simply we omit this one, we write 2.74. But whenever the fourth digit is 5, there are many chances. We have to check the third digit, whether it is even or odd. So if it is odd, directly we can write 2.74. Just we omit it. If it is odd, if it is even, we omit the fourth digit. If the third digit is odd, we have to add 1. So we'll get 2.76. And here we have to round off to three significant figures. So we check the fourth digit. Fourth digit is odd. Then the fourth digit is 5, exactly 5. Then we check the third digit, whether it's even or odd. So 3 is odd number. So we have to add 1. And here, so we want to round off to three significant figures. So we check the fourth one. Fourth one is not less than 5, not greater than 5. It is exactly 5. So we check the third digit. So 6 is even or odd? Even number. So simply we omit the fourth digit. So we write 2.76. So this is the way we have to round off. This is the way we have to round off. Yeah. Now I will take one example. Few examples. Now I have a number 1.2345619. So total how many significant figures are there? Actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 significant figures we have. But I want to get only 4 significant figures. I want to get only 4 significant figures. That means I have to round off to only 4 digits. 4 digits means, so total how, so from here we count 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we want to round off fourth digit. Then what do? We check the third digit. We check the fifth digit. We don't worry about the remaining digits. We don't worry about sixth digit or seventh digit or eighth digit. No. If you want to round off only if you want to get only 4 significant figures, so we check the fifth digit. So here fifth digit is how much is there? The number is 5. The number is 5. Then we have to check the fourth digit. So what is that? It is even or odd? Even. So if it is even, directly we can omit this value. So what do we write? 1.234. We'll get like this. Now I'll take another example. 46.978123. So total how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 again. But this time I want to get only 3 significant figures. This time I want to get only 3 significant figures. Already we have 8, but we want to get only 3. So 3 means 1, 2, 3. So this one we want to round off. This one we want to round off. So we check the fourth digit. So fourth digit is clearly greater than 5. It is 7, right? It is clearly greater than 5. So what do? We have to add 1 to this one. When we add 1, it becomes 10, right? That means here it becomes 7. So 47.0. 47.0. This is the way we have to round off. So the same value The same value if you want to round off to four significant figures. So we check the fourth one. So fourth digit is 7, and we check the fifth digit. It is more than again 5. So what do? We have to add 1 here. So 46.98. Yes. So if you want to get only 5 significant figures, so we have to check the sixth one. So sixth one is clearly less than 5, right? So simply we can omit this from here onwards. So 46.978. So this is the way we have to round up the numbers. Now let us see rules for determining the uncertainty in the result of arithmetic calculations. Just now we have seen rules for arithmetic operations with significant figures, isn't it? Yes. Just now we have seen rules for arithmetic operations with significant figures. Now rules for determining the uncertainty in the result of arithmetic calculations. So arithmetic calculation means we have addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Yeah, first let us see the rule for multiplication or division. Yes, if the length and breadth of a rectangular are measured using a meter scale as 16.2 centimeters and 10.1 centimeters. So this is the length value measured value, and this is the breadth value we are measuring. Now can we write 16.2 centimeter? This is without error. Now if we write error, what do we write, guys? Plus or minus. This is uncertain digit, right? 16.2 centimeters means up to 1 and 6. These two are reliable digits, but 2 is uncertain digit. That means it is not exact value. There may be error also. So how much is the error? Plus or minus 0.1 centimeters. Plus or minus 0.1 centimeters. Now can we write this value in terms of percentage error? 0.1 centimeters can be converted to percentage error. How? 16.2 centimeters plus or minus. How to find error? Percentage error? 0.1 divided by, this is the actual value, into 100. Isn't it? Yes. Now the value will be converted like this: 16.2 centimeters plus or minus. So how many significant figures are there here? 1. Here we have 3, and here we have 1. So 1, 1, 3. But in this which type of arithmetic operation? It is multiplication division, right? In multiplication and division, the result should be given with least significant figures. So here we are supposed to get only one significant figure, that is we get 0.6%. 0.6%. We may get after 0.6 you may get digits, but we have to neglect those digits because so the result of these multiplication or division must be given with one significant figure according to rule. So in the similar manner, now can we write the value for B? We are writing L here. Now let us write B. B is how much? We are writing 10. The measured value is 10.1 centimeters without error. But if we consider these two are reliable digit, but this is uncertain digit, right? So we can write plus or minus 0.1 centimeters. Now let us write this one also in terms of percentage error. Plus or minus 0.1 divided by 10.1 into 100. Again, when you multiply or when you divide these two and multiply with 100, here how many significant figures we have? 1. Here 3. Here we have 1. So the result of this quantity must be given with one significant figure. So here we will get 10.1 centimeters plus or minus 1%. Plus or minus 1%. Now let us take L into B. Let us take L into B. L into B how much? That is 16.2 into 10.1 and plus or minus error, right? Error, right? Error. When two quantities are multiplied, you have already learned what is that? If Z is equal to A into B, so z by delta z is equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b. If you multiply here, if you multiply with 100 here also we multiply with 100 and here also we multiply with 100, then what happens? Relative percentage error in the result. Percentage error in the result. That means, so percentage error in the result is equal to percentage error of the first quantity plus percentage error of the second quantity. Yes or no? If z is equal to a into b, then we will get z by delta z equal to delta a by a plus delta b by b. When you multiply with 100, here also multiply with 100 and here also multiply with 100. So it becomes percentage error of b, right? It becomes percentage error of a. Then this is the percentage error of result. That means, so L into B here we are writing only value. Now let us write error. So how do we write that error? That is 0.6 percentage plus 1%. When you multiply these two, we will get 163.163.62. Using calculator, if we take like this and plus or minus 0.6 plus 1, 0.6 plus 1% here. Yeah, the percentage error in L is 0.6%, the percentage error in B is 1%. This is what we are doing. So this value is how much? 0.6. This value is how much? 1%. So the percentage error of the sum of these two is nothing but percentage error of the result. That's what we are doing. Here we are writing error and percentage. And so 1.6, 0.6 plus 1, 1.6%. Yeah, here if we take the unit is centimeter square, right? Centimeters into centimeters, we will get centimeter square. But see guys, here how many significant figures are there? Here we have 3 and here we have 3. So of course we are writing like this, but whenever the final result is given, it must be in terms of, the final answer must be given with least significant figures. Here we have 3 and here we have 3, but here we have 5, right? So we have to take only 3 significant figures. That means we have to round off this 3. If you want to round off this 3, what do? We check the fourth digit. It is more than 5, right? Then we have to add 1 to the 3. Then what do we get? 164 centimeter square. 164 centimeter square. Plus, now let us convert this value into normal value. This is in terms of percentage, right? Now let us convert this one into normal value. Yeah, before going to convert, what do? 1.6 by, yeah, here we have 163.62 into, sorry, yeah, it is in percentage, right? Yeah, we have to, yeah, we want to convert this value. This is in terms of percentage, but now we want to convert this value in terms of normal value. So what do? 1.6 by 100 into this one, 163.62. So 164 centimeter square, yeah, plus or minus this value will get 2.6 centimeter square. This value will get 2.6 centimeter square. But here 164, do we have any points here? Already it is in 3 significant figures, right? So it is 1's place, 10's place, 100's place. But error 2.6, do we get like this? No. So 164 means this is the uncertain digit, right? That means it must be converted to one significant figure. It must be converted to one significant figure. 1 means it is already 2.6, right? So we have to round off this one. Rounding off to this one means, so after the second digit in the first significant figure we have 2. Here it is more than 5, right? So then we have to add 1 to this one. Then what will be the final result? 164 centimeter square plus or minus 3 centimeter square. So this is the way we have to do. We have to do arithmetic operations with uncertain digits. Simply, what do we do whenever the values are given like this? So if 16.2 is given, if error is not given, what do we do? Plus or minus 0.1 centimeter. That means this is uncertain digit, right? So we take 0.1. Yeah, here we are converting into error, percentage of error. And here 10.1 is only given, it is not given. Then what do we write? Plus or minus 0.1 centimeter, because these two are reliable digit, this is uncertain digit. Later we are converting into percentage error. Now we are multiplying the two quantities. Whenever two quantities are multiplied, so here we have percentage error and here we have percentage error. Then what happens? The percentage error in the result is equal to the sum of the percentage error in the individual quantities. That's why we are here plus or minus, we are directly adding the percentage error 0.6 and 1. So we are getting like this. And this quantity actually we are getting 5 significant figures, but it must be given only with 3 significant figures. That's why we are rounding off to 3 significant figures. Now we are converting this 1.6 percentage to normal area, that is centimeter square. Then what do we do? 1.6 by 100 into what is the actual value? 163.62. So finally we are getting this value 2.6 and 164. But see here, 164, are we getting any 0.0 or 0.1 here? No. That means here there should not be any point now. That's why we are converting this one to one significant figure. So when you convert this one to one significant figure, we get 3 centimeter square. So this is the way we do arithmetic operations with uncertainty. Yeah, the second rule, if a set of experimental data is specified to n significant figures, a result obtained by combining the data will also be valid to n significant figures. Example for this one is, suppose we are measuring acceleration due to gravity. G1 is equal, first time I am doing experiment, I am getting 9.85 meter per second square. And second time I am doing experiment, so 9.81 meter per second square. G3 is equal to, I am getting 9.72 meter per second square. Now average of G, average, what do we do guys? G1 plus G2 plus G3 divided by 2, sorry 3. So how much do we get? And this is equal to, we are getting 9.793333, we are getting like this. But we are not supposed to write like this. So it is valid up to, so how many significant figures are there in each measurement? 3, right? So here it will be 9.79 meter per second square. 9.79 meter per second square. Yeah, this is about the second rule. Now let us see the third one. The relative error of a number specified to n significant figures depends not only on n but also on the number itself. Yes, for this one let us take an example. Suppose we are measuring two values, that is, one is 1.02 grams and the second one is 9.89 grams. 9.89 grams. See here, 1.0 to 9.89, isn't it? So this measurement is accurate to 0.01 grams and this measurement is also accurate to 0.01 grams. That means the error in the both measurements, of course how many significant figures are there? 3 significant figures. And here also how many significant figures are there? 3 significant figures. And what is the error in both cases? Here the error is 0.01, I mean 1.02 grams can also be written 0.01 grams. 9.89 grams can also be written plus or minus 0.01 grams. Now let us find the relative error in the two quantities, the first measurement and second measurement. Relative error in 1.02 grams. How do you find relative error? Error divided by true value into 100. If you see here, this value you will get 1%, approximately we will get 1%. And relative error in 9.89 grams. So 0.01 by 9.89 into 100. we will get 0.1 percentage. See here, in both cases the error is same. How much? 0.01 grams and 0.01 grams. But the relative error in the first measurement is 1 percentage, but the relative error in the second measurement is 0.1 percentage. That means less, right? That is what we are telling here. The relative error of a number specified to n significant figures depends not only on n but also depends on the number itself. That means relative error, it depends on number of significant figures n, but at the same time it also depends on the number itself. So here the number value is more, that's why error value is less. Here the number value is less, so the percentage of error is more compared to this one. That is about the third one. There is an important point while doing calculation, that is intermediate results in a multi-step computation should be calculated to one more significant figure in every measurement than the number of digits in the least precise measurement. Now I'll explain what is this. For this one, let us take an example. Yes, we have a cuboid. Yeah, length is given 1.22 centimeters and breadth is given 1.3 centimeters and height is given 1.5 centimeters. Now using this L and B, first I want to find area of one face. How do you find L into B? L into B. So how much do we get? 1.22 into 1.33. So how much do we get? We will get 1.586 centimeters square. 1.586 centimeters square. Isn't it? Yes. But already actually here how many significant figures we have? 3. Here we have 2. So as per rule, arithmetic rule, isn't it? Yes. Significant figures rule. Significant rules with significant figures. So this value must be given with only how many digits? Only 2 significant figures. That is, suppose area, if you want to find only area, so this value must be rounded off to 2 significant figures. So we check the third one, it is more than 5, right? So how do we write, guys? So 1.6 centimeter square. When you find area, it is okay, it is correct, this value is correct. But if you want to find the volume, now I want to find the volume. Volume is equal to, how do we write, guys? L into B into H, right? Or you can also write area into height. So when you do like this, area into height, so which one you are supposed to take? Either this one or this one. So when you give area, when someone asks you to find only area, this is the correct value to represent. But if you want to find volume, if you want to find area here, so we are not supposed to use this one. At least it is 1.586, right? Actually this value must be given with 2 significant figures, right? At least one more, this value must be in with one more significant figure, that is 1.5. Here we have to round off to here, at least here. Of course, if you want to take 1.586, it's okay, but at least this value must be given with 3 significant figures. So 6, 8. So we have to round off here 1.59 centimeters square. So if you want to use this area in the further calculation, we are not supposed to take here this one. We are supposed to take either this one or this one. This one okay and this one is also okay, but this one is not okay. That's what this statement means. So what is that statement? Intermediate results in a multi-step computation should be calculated to one more significant figure in every measurement than the number of digits in the least precise measurement. So here, what is the least precise measurement? This is the least precise measurement, right? 1.3. So 1.5, this is the least one, right? So after it is up to only 0.1 only. That means we have to take at least 0.01. That means at least 0.01. At least after point we have to take the second one. Of course, if you use this one, it's okay. But if you want to round off and if you want to use, at least we have to round off to here and then we have to use in the further calculation. So area into height, how do we get? 1.59 into 1.5 value. Now 1.59 into 1.5, what do we get? Yeah, we are getting 2.385 centimeter cube value. But here we have three significant figures, here we have two significant figures. The answer must be given with how many significant figures? Only two significant figures. That means we have to round off this one. So how do we round off? 2 point, we have to check this one. It is more than 5, right? So directly we can add 1 here. So 2.4 centimeter cube. 2.4 centimeter. This is the volume correct one, and this is the area correct one. But if you want to find volume from the area, we are not supposed to take this one. So we have to take this one or this one. Yeah, with this one, the theory part of the second chapter is over, and in the next video we will start doing problems.